Hey guys, this is Bo. Welcome to that DOT show. I'm Bo Ganora and I'm joined today by Zalon. Zalon, how are you?
I'm doing good.
And as a special guest today, we also have Fandral of Asgard. Fandral, how's it going this morning?
It's going pretty good, brother.
Awesome. I got Fandral, I got your page up here for everyone to take a look at. Guys, go out on YouTube, like and subscribe Fandral's page. You got some good vids coming out. And what we're looking at right now is the results of my secondary account in the Trials of Power event. My Timmy account placed absolutely last in the event. And we did that on purpose so that we would know how many event players there were. So as you guys can see 165,692nd place is what Timmy placed with 16 points as his high score. How did you guys do?
I got to, I think I was about 6,700 at the end of the event. I don't actually, you know what? It still shows the Trials of Power thing in my game right now. So it says my final rank was 7237. So that's cool. I guess some people are saying that as they're combing through, the rank number is going down. So maybe it'll go down farther.
Yeah, I'm hearing that too. I'll tell you, I put minimal effort into this just because I'll be honest, I was happy with the 3-star, and as long as I stayed above, what was it, about 50,000, I'm good. I think I came in at about 23,400 and something because I rated it 4 times with a level 11 Venom Tusk just to raise them. I was I was happy to get that 2,500 XP.
Yeah, I was around. I think I was a little bit ahead of you, somewhere around 21,000. But yeah, I just that 3-star champion. It just at any level was fine with me. So um,
Exactly. And I feel like everybody got him. I feel like pretty much what you only had to be in the top 50,000. So I feel like almost everyone that was at least been playing the game for a month or two should have gotten the 3-star.
right,
So,
the 50,000 was the cutoff for the 3-star Tyrius.
yeah.
My final ranking was 22,890. I really did use. Now I did this event a lot with Ulrich at because 2,500 XP per run was pretty good. I did that at least twice a day, and then I took Krothos in as well to get Krothos leveled up. But once I got my my high score that I was pretty sure was going to be within the rank to get the Tyrius reward, I kind of quit going for the. And in fact, I didn't even use any elixirs at all except for the one that we did on
Oh, in the
live stream.
stream?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
we did in the stream? Nice,
yeah,
nice.
so I've still got all the 2-star elixirs. I never did get any of the 3 stars. So
Yeah.
Agreed.
Well,
Same. I'm same with you.
yeah, yeah. So how did or do we have any other thoughts about how this went? What do you guys think as far as overall?
Well, I was going to say, well, overall, I think a lot of people in the community realized after the initial shock factor of, oh, I'm not getting the 4-star, because I think that within the first 24 hours, pretty much most people were like, oh, this event stinks, like that because of that. But then as the event kind of evolved over the weekend, we noticed people saying, oh, the XP, oh my gosh, I'm leveling my Titan like crazy. It's made everybody have an extremely high attacking Titan now. So I feel like everybody's defenses that everyone was relying on, the pre event, is now going to be really tested because everyone is going to have like a 5 or 10 level higher attacking Titan. So pretty good things have come out of this event, which I don't think people expected.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's the perspective is, if everybody's looking for the same event every time, I don't know about you, but like it would get tiring after a while. I mean, even with the most recent Soul event, I'm like, here's Iron again. Let's see something maybe a little bit different. The souls are still the same. That event hasn't changed over the past 4 times. This is a different event. It's offering something different. We got to compare it differently. Can't look at it like another Soul event. There are instances where it'll probably be tweaked. Yeah, we haven't seen the same Soul event. The tiers have changed for the gold, the bronze, silver, and all that stuff. And I think with the XP, I'm still banking on my theory. I'm going to hold tight on this. I think this isn't the last we've seen of elixirs. Are they the greatest relic in the world? Maybe not, but I think they offer something unique. So I'm waiting to see what elixirs turn into down the road.
I am I'm actually actively waiting to see if they are effective on defense. I know it says attacking only when you
Well,
look
what
at
if
the
we start
elixir.
seeing elixirs that come out that say they're for defense? That's what that's Fandral, I think, mentioned that in his elixir video, that maybe we'll see elixirs that are for defense specifically.
That's my theory. I think that we're going to see. This may not be the end. We'll. I guess only time will tell, though.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely see if I know people have definitely tried to use them on defense, but I think it's pretty obvious that it's not really working.
Yeah,
No, I've heard people posted it, and it's just it might be showing on the troops, but it's not showing in the end of thing.
yeah, that was
That's
what I saw was the number when you're building your defense. It actually counts the number up, and then when you go actually look at your castle, the number's way down. So it's not being applied on the actual defensive calculation. So. Well, all right. That's interesting. I would like to see some defensive type elixirs because something happened with the last update. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it seems to be a little bit easier to go after a higher level opponent than it was pre-update. Have you guys seen that? Have you guys noticed anything like
Well,
that?
the defensive numbers changed. I mean, your what's it called? The overall numbers did change a little bit for what you see on defense. I think they got lowered a little bit, or at least my Krothos defense score got lowered a little bit. It was like 92, 93,000 before the update, and then after the update, it was like 89,000. So I feel like I dropped a couple
Yeah.
thousand just over the update.
Yeah, Fandral, you got any comments on that? Would you?
I do. I've definitely seen some recalculation. I don't know what the math comes out to. I usually leave that to other people who do that a lot better than I do. But definitely seen some balance. I've definitely hit some people that have been quite a bit above my score. Not saying it's made a massive difference where I'm a castle level 14. I'm not taking on level 25s all of a sudden myself, but definitely noticing some subtle changes here. I've also noticed for me that with the troop management seems to be a little better. That there are some times where I'd have relics or skills that would boost a troop, and it might have shown in my numbers, but it never reflected it on the screen. I never got that green glow.
Yeah,
I'm seeing that a little bit more accurately placed now.
yeah, I'm seeing that as well. This was in fact, I took the chance during this event to actually get quite a bit of some upgrades accomplished. And so we were already down on VP, so just did a lot of food rating and a lot of gold rating, and I think I got all my troops upgraded, and I got all my spells upgraded. Getting ready to go to 12, so we can do some Goliaths. That'll be fun. So, all right. So, anything else on Trials of Power? I mean,
Well,
me
I
personally, I
think we'll
thought
see.
the best.
I think we'll see another event next month. I think we'll see another a survival event next month, but just a little different. So
I'd like to know, what are your guys' thoughts on this one solo Titan being rewarded out there? Do you think this is the last we'll see of him being available? Do you really think it's a one time and done? Do you think he
no,
might circle into the purchases and stuff like that?
I think he'll circle into the pull event. He'll have a pull event weekend, kind of how what's his we just had that event with who is it Gold Helmet Volstan's weekend, just like we did that. They'll do a
Yeah.
weekend with him, and he's gonna showcase all the champion Titans. Because if you notice, being a champion, it'll be a champion weekend. We haven't had one of those, and maybe we'll get some double XP champion, fusion, and some champion relics, and they'll do like the whole thing like they did for the Volstan weekend. I believe a Fire King weekend, being that he is such a it still will be very difficult to pull him. It'll be 10 times, higher chance of a 2%. So good luck. So
Yeah, and that's something too. This is, I mean, a bit random, but I thought it was kind of odd that being a fire event, that they threw in an Alethan and they threw in a Mossman Titan into the mix. I thought they would have kept it all Unak related, but I was surprised they didn't.
Yeah, I was a little surprised
yeah,
about that too. In fact, I think that was when we did the live stream, it was like, wait, that's an Alethan. So,
Hmm.
which was nice because you know, I had said from the beginning, I'm like, who is this guy? Tyrius, I want him, and then I never seen him. So hopefully here in the next what 20 some odd hours, they'll give us our rewards after they get through combing through the results, and yeah, looking for shall we say, not so fair players.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what happens when when the band thing comes up, because we've seen that on some people's well, yeah, for what's it called, the devs live stream, when that came up, it comes up with the fair play notice and everything else. So
Yeah,
yeah, anybody who's not abiding by that is finding themselves getting banned.
yeah, they're well, you know, back to the Urukhor thing. I honestly think that having just one was kind of a honeypot. Um, it almost feels like that they were doing two things with this event. First, it was a new event, new type of event, right? That we'd never seen before, and it was something different to do. But the second thing was they used the opportunity there to actively go after some people that were hacking the game. And we've seen lots of bans happen
Hmm.
for
Yep.
different reasons over the past. What do you guys feel about that?
I think that's the silver lining for the devs. You know, everybody's been asking them to, you know, try to eliminate hackers and whatnot, and you know, they did it the easiest way that they could. Honestly, I mean, I think of it from the developers' standpoint, rather than going there and having to actively hunt them, have them come to you. You know, put the bait out there for them. You know, is it a bit shady? Maybe, but we as players, we've been calling them to, you know, get rid of these people that are hacking it and pulling in these titans and stacking stuff on a side of ridiculousness,
Yeah,
and they've done it. And now I'm hearing that, maybe, people maybe aren't enjoying it as much, but we have been calling for hackers to be eliminated. You can look up
Yeah.
almost any
Well,
chat.
well, Fandral, it's hard enough. It's hard enough to deal with all the beta players as is, and if there's hackers on top of it, I mean, I think that's what makes what draws the line for a lot of the free to play, or even just the paying players that just enjoy the game, that aren't hacking and are not beta players. They're trying to get through that glass ceiling, if you want to say, and get up and to be a higher level player. But if these hackers are also on top of the beta players, it's like, wow,
Yeah,
how do you get any higher in this game?
yeah, it's difficult. I know the one thing I've always considered it is, the game. It's a matter of time and grind. When it comes down to it, if you go about it trying to work your way through, finding the exploits, things like that players do, and to try to compete with it, you've got to realize there's always someone who's competing you. So it's a bit of a vicious cycle. But I think
Yeah.
the devs honestly did the smart thing for them. They let them all come to them. That was their silver lining to this event. Is we can give stuff away pretty easy for low level players. I think low
Mm.
level players went out pretty well. My
Oh
first
yeah.
6 months of playing this game, I never saw a 3-star. It was, you didn't have enough to compete in the alliance. You weren't able to maybe raid as often if you're especially free to play like myself. That it takes a while to maybe get that 3-star if you're not spending for it. That this
Yeah.
was,
Well,
I
could
mean,
could you
even
imagine
though
this being your first event? Could you imagine this being your
uh,
first event?
that would be awesome. You got, even if you hit the very lowest effort of the Tyrius, you've got what, a level 10 or 15 pre-leveled 3-star. That's amazing for you to get started with.
yeah, it's 15, or no, it's 10, and you know, top 50,000. It didn't take much to get top 50,000. I'm thinking, you know,
No.
No,
maybe 2 or 3 thousand points, and you're there, you know. Because my Timmy account is getting a 2-star level 20 Lako, which believe it or not, I'm actually kind of excited about, because I haven't played with archers much, and now I've got a level 20 archer I can mess with.
well, and that
Yeah.
ain't bad, because I mean, the last time you saw, although she's been getting dropped, I think more frequently. I've had a couple of her come through, but I remember, for a while, if you're a new player, you're getting access to archers, these range titans right away, where we didn't see them for what? When did they drop the rangers?
Rangers
2 3 months
January.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah, January.
Okay.
Yeah, they started showing up at the season end rewards about what, 3 weeks ago. or
Yeah.
so, 3 or 4
Well,
weeks.
yeah. Well, January was our first chance, but if you didn't participate in that event really well, or only got one and fused it away and didn't realize it, because so many people fuse some of their 1 and 2 star event titans without thinking, and then realize, oh crap, I'll never see them again, and for a couple months until they release them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's
Well, so keep that in mind if and when they release the Mage Titans. So your 1 and 2 star Mage Titans you get in the leaderboard event that comes after that release, don't fuse them immediately because you probably won't see them again.
Yeah, right. That's the
yeah.
truth. And I'll tell you, I mean, even I think I kept a couple of my 1 stars, 2 stars, Yarn or Jarn or whatever his name is. I can't remember if he's a 1 star, 2 star, but I kept him, and he's got
I think he's a one
Goliath
star.
boost.
Yeah, he's a one
Yeah.
star. And
Yeah, I think he is a
And
1
so
star. You're right. You're right. But yeah,
I kept him because he looks cool, it looks different, but he's got Goliath boost by default on his. I got him with I think one Goliath critical or damage and another one for the health. I'm like, you can't beat Goliath. That he works for defense for me. He's all right.
that's good. That's good.
yeah.
Well, Bo, mentioning Mage Titans, that was, I think, one of the next things we're going to talk about. Like, what's the next big thing? And I know a lot of people, including myself, are thinking that there's going to be the Earth leaderboard event. So we actually will see.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably. I don't think Mage Titans are quite ready because they kind of hinted around that it was like going to be summertime before we saw Mage Titans. So I'm
Yeah,
thinking, I'm hoping that we have an Earth event.
I'm
This
hoping
next
for it
leaderboard.
too. I keep thinking it's going to come up, but this is what, since December, our second fire event. I remember when I first joined the game, and I'll kick myself in the teeth for it. When I first joined the game in December, a couple weeks later, they rolled the Fire Soul event. I left my
Yeah.
alliance that I was in because it was just going downhill with however and I think you were able to get like a 3-star Titan at like 5,000 souls. Like they had it way
Yes,
low.
they had a
Yeah.
Durat for 5,000. Durat,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I
Yeah.
left with at like 4,200 because I was like, oh, this alliance is going down. I'm going to switch, not realizing I lost all my souls at that time. So I completely lost my access to that. And I was like, oh, screw it. Well, I'm not starting over again. But I mean, I remember that was the first fire event. So is this our second one, or have we had another fire one since then? I've been waiting for Earth.
No,
What I'm
no,
getting to. I'm
no.
dying.
Actually, no. They haven't. They haven't. This is our second fire event, but our first survival event.
Yeah.
So I don't know if
Yeah.
that's going to exactly
And I,
coincide where they're going to
and
count it,
and I
or
know,
if they're going to,
yeah, I don't know that you could really call this a fire event, other than the fact that there were, fire titans available, but there were also Elethan titans and Mossman
Yeah, that's
titans
true.
available. So, just there's the one special guy at the end, but I don't really count that as the event
The fire
because
thing. Yeah.
yeah. But it was kind of cool. Lots of people wanted that 4 star Drakor, and that Habadurite, and they're like, oh, I want the 4 star version. And they made enough of those available, I think, to make that part of it attractive for those players, because
Very.
there was 1,000. There were 1,000 Drakor. Well, okay, 999 Drakors available because the top guy got got the
Yeah.
Fire King. But that's a lot of 4 stars available in an event. And usually it's and it would be interesting to know what that 10,000th place person what the score was. I wish we had a way to look up scores, because when you go to the leaderboard, you have the search button, but all it does is carries you back to your own.
Yeah. I think that'd be great if anyone watching this or comes across it. If you were on
Mm.
those markers where you were the last person in the rank, it'd be interesting if they would post what their score was that kind of separated those differences between them. Kind of know
Yes,
where the
yeah.
fractions
So
were
even if you're not 10,000, if you're a 1,000, if you're close, if you were 1,120 or 9,050 or whatever,
Yeah.
post what your higher score was and let us know. And then the next tier was 500 to 250, and then it was 250 to 100, and then 100 to 50. We can see the top 50, I think, or at least the top 25. So
Top 50. I think you can see top 50 for
yeah,
sure, which is changing. I mean, that's the thing we've got to watch is, it's definitely the
yeah.
numbers are changing.
Yeah, we can see the
Where
top.
you are now, you might not be in 19 hours where when they're done.
That is true. There was a lot of talk about banning. I think one of our guys was saying that he was like placed like 141 or something, and he was just sitting there, and his score was continually climbing, and because as they were banning players, he had moved up to like
Or
120.
dropping. You mean dropping?
Well,
It's
drop.
so weird to talk about. Yeah, well, yeah, because your number, you want to
He
be number one.
so he's
Yeah,
climbing the ladder as
yeah.
they
Yeah.
ban players.
It's always weird the way we say that because it sounds like we're doing better, but it sounds like you're saying you're doing worse. You know.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the top 50, we can see those, and that is, let's see here, that is newbie is in top 50. It's 2,824,778 was the top 50 score, and the top player was like what 6.9 million or something on a high score. Yeah, 6.9 million, and that's quite a spread in the top 50. So I'm kind of wondering what the top 1,000 looks like. Um, so very cool.
Yeah, I wonder if at the end of the event if they're going to allow us to see like a final, like how we just went through our end of season where it shows our alliance at the end and you can see exactly where you kind of
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you look where you ended up. Well, I wonder if they're going to do that after the event is actually over so you could see where everybody landed.
That would be cool. That would be very cool. Any other thoughts on the banning that's happening? You guys, Fandral, did you have anybody in your alliance that got caught up in that?
No one in my alliance that got caught up in that with any of this most recent event stuff that's going on. On a line chat that I'm a part of, there's a few people that are definitely talking about it.
Yeah.
We've seen. I think everyone's seen the messages that have gone around there. I'm literally. I mean, as we're here, I'm seeing my line chat just flying through with messages and people just talking about it right now, and I'm trying to keep up on it. But it's happening. That's just kind of what it is. It's happening. I think as players, we ushered it in. So now we just gotta, be mindful of what we do, and just know that it's, what's worth the risk to you. Essentially, is what you got to decide.
Yeah, I don't know that we had anybody that was caught up in the end of the event. I know we had one person that was their
As soon as
account.
he participated in the event, he
Yeah,
was banned.
yeah,
That's the thing. Some people were banned like almost like instantly after they participated.
right.
Within an hour, they were gone off the leaderboard list. So
Yeah, and we're not sure he's actually opened a ticket because we're not exactly sure why his banning happened. So it's
No,
not like he was a crazy, super high, maxed out everything player either. So, but
well, I think
anyway,
they're being aware to all over the place. I mean, this is random. I think I've mentioned it maybe before in some chats and stuff like that. But like, I had a player who got banned for a comment, which wasn't even terribly a pro. He actually just it was kind of a hilarious joke, but then again, I got a bad sense of humor. And within a day, he was banned. So like, it seems like they're watching a little bit of everything. That they're
the
not just on
reports, you can report somebody. See,
Yeah.
some people just get reported as cheaters and hackers, but a lot of times it's because they're one of the best players in your alliance and they're beating up other people. And oh, this lower level alliance is like, oh well, let's all report this guy because he has to be a hacker. No, he's just a little bit higher than you
yeah.
guys.
Well, we had
That's
one.
Exactly.
a lot of people abuse that. So
We had one player that showed us his battle log on our band chat, and it was, I mean, it was just green, 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 green. It was the same player over and over, and then he showed us his chat log, and the guy had sent him a message and said, "I'm reporting you." So he could,
I mean,
he couldn't beat him, so he's going to report him. Obviously he's a hacker,
yeah,
right?
it's playground tactics. It's back to elementary school for everybody.
yeah, I can't beat you, so I'm gonna try to get you in trouble for something. It's just like,
Yeah, I'm gonna tell the teacher. Telling the teacher on you.
I'm calling daddy. But here's the thing: is with where it's at, we have no idea how hard and how fast they're swinging the ban hammer. That's what worries me. Is for all the legitimate players out there, we have no idea how fast they're swinging this. Are they being patient enough? But I think that's kind of.
Well, I mean, Timmy didn't get banned, but he was last place, so.
No, maybe the devs were watching Timmy's account. They're like, "Who is this Timmy character? He seems to be
Who
the
is
guy to
Timmy?
watch."
I know,
Yeah,
right? They're like, who is this Timmy guy, and why does he only have 16 points? But
yeah. Maybe we should give him free gems, get him back in the game.
Let's try to get him up there. Just give him some hope.
yeah, that's pretty funny. But yeah, so all right, so next event we all think it's going to be Earth. Are we pretty much in?
I'm in with that.
Yeah. I mean, it would be nice to have an event where they're releasing some new troops. I mean, because we already talked about Mage and stuff like that, but there was mention of new troops being in the works. Not saying it's going to be right away, but they said that that was another thing in the whole like mix of R&D that's going on right now. So.
Well, and they've even hinted at different classes in the future as well. And I'll say I was happy. I was happy in the last stream. They got my smoke comment. I don't know, guys. I'm on board for a smoke class. I think that'd be
I
cool.
like it. Yeah,
true.
Different.
Well, what about a couple streams ago? Agray gave a name to a one of the pig or boar.
Oh yeah.
The devs like to call them boars. The boar titans. Agray gave him a name for what was it, like Stone Snout on
Something
stream.
like that.
Yeah.
And they liked it.
And I mean, what if the next event was the release of the fourth boar, and he happens to be like a Ragnar
Earth
based
themed.
Titan?
Yeah,
There you go.
So.
that would be
I mean,
pretty
if
nice.
we see it, we we've seen new Titans with some of the previous classes and stuff like that. I don't think we've seen any new Ragnars. We do need that fourth and
No.
final pig, I think, at least for the Earth until they do something new. But I wish that hey, if they remember that, they should totally give Agray that pig first.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was here.
Yeah.
Thanks for the name.
like when they give out degrees at colleges and you really didn't go there. It's
Oh
like
yeah, it's honorary degrees.
Yeah.
Here's your honorary.
Thank you. Thank you
Stone
for your
Snout.
$10 million donation. Here's a degree. So
That's what they need, to get the players, I think, maybe involved in that. Be like, hey guys, we're naming a new class, new name, new Titan, whatever it might be. It'd be cool if they got us involved in some of that, and then maybe gave a little chip back, a unique way to earn stuff.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
the drawing Titans was pretty cool. Although some of us
they're
can't
having people users submit
participate.
that too.
Yeah, some of us can't participate because mine just was a stick figure holding a stick, and nobody guessed it. So, but
Well, you saw that Ulrich one, the Ulrich one 2 streams ago, or I think maybe it was last stream, but there was one that was Ulrich, and it was just his big square head, and then they put a little body on him,
I
little
know.
stick body. That would have been me. I could have drawn Ulrich's head.
Yeah,
But that would have been it.
Yeah. Hey, there's still elixirs available in the temple. Did you
I
guys
noticed
notice that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, I wonder if
I wonder if anybody slipped up and hit 18K today. Gosh.
No, that would not be good.
Well, I don't know if anyone saw it. I can't remember if it was in band or somewhere else. So many chats. That someone posted that the support team did say that after the event. Now maybe it'll be after the cooldown period too, but after the event they're supposed to be removing these from the store. That's what I'd seen a post about responding from them, but maybe they'll disappear after cooldown period.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, I think is that it? You guys, anything else you guys want to talk about? Before we move on to our, non-toxic specific things.
I think that's probably
I got nothing. I
about
think
Yeah.
we've chatted on a pretty good amount of stuff for this time with some of the recent updates till the next event.
Yeah.
So,
Fandral, how's your alliance doing? We'll let you give the Asgard Alliance a plug since you're kind enough to join us today.
Appreciate it. I appreciate having it. I'm enjoying my time getting this nice mix in. It's what makes the game fun. But we just promoted to Masters last season. Whoop-de-whoop about that. We're thrilled about it. I've got a couple really good loyal guys. We do have open spots and stuff like that we're working on growing ourselves. And I think right now we're actually still in promo zone. We're 4th place in our season here, so hopefully next time we'll be in Legends and see quite a few more people out there to get a few friendly raids on.
Well, we do have one non-toxic alliance in Masters. Have you looked at the leaderboard to see who else is with you in there?
I did take a look. I didn't notice any non-toxics. A lot of these are just names I haven't really seen, and I'm kind of surprised that it's still early, but there's a lot of zeros that are in here that are filling up almost half this. Surprised it's a pretty seems like a pretty inactive season, except the very first place seems that they've kind of been grinding. They might have been sleeping it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no one in here that I've really recognized at all before.
What's what's the easiest way to search up your alliance on the search?
Easiest way, I think it's time for me to change, but it's just searching for Asgard. However, I use Greek A's for the Asgard, so you'd have to have the Greek keyboard up there. But usually what I tell people, hey, is if you could find me on any of the game chats, the Line app, I'm DOT Fandral, just regular spelling. You could find me on Band, and if you even just post comments on my videos with your entire gamer tag, I'll private message you in game. If you want to just get in contact with me in there, just give me the whole hashtag stuff as well, so I can find you easy. But that'll be my shameless plug for now.
Excellent. Okay.
Thanks for that.
Not a problem. All right. So we do have some Nontoxic III updates that we want to cover. First of all, this is a 4-star season, right, Zalon?
This is definitely 4-star season.
Yeah.
I was looking at the leaderboard right now, actually, and when it comes down to who is in here with us, I am not seeing too many familiar names.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm seeing some, I want to say some like feeders to other large name alliances in here, but nobody really serious, which means we need to get on it right away and get rolling with this VP. So I do have a new VP structure that I wanted to go by this week. It is based on player level. I know we could go by castle level as well, but I want to try player level for this week, just because I can see player level on the leader on our own, for our members. I can see your player level. I can see what your VP's at, and I can make my judgment from there if you are participating or if you're actually just here to cruise or not participating at all. I mean, obviously there's that as well. So
what are the levels?
Yeah. Well, how I have it broken down is because most of our players are in the upper teens and low 20s. That's pretty much where our main core is. But I do have, I have a full scale for everybody here. And what I mean by that is I have player level 15 and lower. Okay. So if you're player level 15 or lower, which we probably have like 2, maybe 3 members, I'm looking for 125K. Okay. So it's a little more than maybe some of those players might be able to hit, but it's a goal that I think is achievable if you put a little bit of hard work. Because like I said, I'm raising everything up just a little bit, just so everybody pushes themselves a little bit.
Right. We have
now, I'm not going to boot
we
you.
have 3 players. We have 3 players that are below there, unless you count
124K.
Unless you count Apok.
Oh yeah, I'll count Apok.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but like I said, I'm not going to boot you if you have 123, 124,000. That means you went for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These goals that I'm going to be putting out here are going to be something that you're shooting for, and if you hit it, great, continue. If you don't, then I as the leader am going to start questioning: are you playing?
Yes.
So this is how I'm breaking everything down and how I'm looking at things. Okay, and now this is the next one up is the player level 16 through 20. I'm looking for 175K. Okay.
Okay.
So anybody player level 16 through 20, I'm looking for 175K. Player level 21 through 25, I'm looking for 225K from you.
Okay.
And then anybody player level 26 and higher, which we did have one at one point, but I don't think we have any more. But if you're player level 26 or higher, I'm looking for 300K.
Okay. All right. Now,
I think these goals are obtainable. I know we have plenty of players that hit 3, 4, 500,000.
Yeah.
That's great. Everything I'm using here is for scaling everybody at the more middle to the bottom. Make sure that everybody's participating. All our higher players, one of their biggest things is making sure that they are, they're participating, but they want to make sure that everybody else in their alliance is too, or else they feel like it's not worth it. Then, then that's how you lose a lot of higher players.
Yeah.
So we want everybody to feel like their contribution is worth it.
Are you looking at number of battles won, or is that just kind of a secondary?
I am going to look in battles won. Well, battles won is going to be my tipping point. See, notice how I said if you're 122,000, 124,000, I'm going to say, oh, you tried. That's fine. Well, say you're at if you're your player level under 15, your goal's 125K. You're at 100,000, and you have like 100 battles in. I'm gonna still say you tried. You
Yeah.
put 100 battles in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna use the battles played as my. If you're not in very, very close to that, then I have to see the effort in the battles. If I don't see the effort in the battles and I don't see the effort on the VP, you're clearly not a player that we need to continue to keep
Yeah.
as a member, because unfortunately we do want members that are going to keep us moving forward and not holding us back.
Yeah. How are we doing on members, by the way? Because you still can't tell.
Yeah, you still can't tell. Yeah, with the update, we have about. I just invited somebody new today. I think we have 7 spots left. So I
Oh,
mean, anybody that wants to come join
we
Nontoxic
got
3, we
that
got 7.
many. Yeah, this I'm
Yeah, we
looking.
have
I'm
7.
looking at the leaderboard here. We're 500,000 away from a 4-star.
Yeah.
And
So
typically during our Legend Week seasons, at this point in the day on Monday, we've always been more than 1 million out of the 4-star third place. So this is a great week if somebody's looking to join a good alliance that has a great chance at a 4-star this season. Yeah, we got the spots. Fandral,
exactly.
we got the spots.
We got the spots. It's all right though.
So
But all right. Well, that's pretty much everything that I had. At the very back end here, it's pretty much just the the VP and also make sure you get in as many battles as possible for the VP this week, because it looks like Bo just said, we are definitely
Yep.
set for a 4-star. So we
That's
need the
right.
participation.
Yep.
Participate, win as a team.
Yes, that's right. Okay, guys. Well, this has been that DOT show for Monday, May 15th, right?
Yep.
Yep. All right. And thanks to Fandral of Asgard Gaming for joining us, guys. I'm going to put a link down in the subscription to his channel. Make sure you visit him and like and subscribe. Give us a like and subscribe as well. We'll be back at you on Thursday at the latest. Zalon will probably have
Yep.
some stuff
Yeah.
coming out between now and then.
Yeah, I definitely will, and also, yeah, we'll be back on Thursday on my channel to
All
talk
right.
about
All right.
whatever is going on in the stream.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, so for all of the non-toxic gamers, my name is Bo.
And I'm Zalon.
And we're signing off.